Okay, hello everybody. Are you ready for your next task? Task 3 is in the true spirit of Christmas. We'd like you all to put a smile on someone's face. The idea of the task is for you to make either cupcakes or biscuits and for you to give them to someone to put a smile on their face. As you can see, I've already got all my ingredients ready to begin my cupcake making.
You should then donate those biscuits or cupcakes to friends or to people who need them, and if they allow you, you should take pictures with them. The final result should be sent to the 53rd's email by this Saturday, dressed in your full uniform. The following part is instructions on how to make delicious cupcakes.
Hello, so for this week's task, we will be making Christmas cupcakes to spread the Christmas spirit. Here is the recipe and all the ingredients that you need to make the cupcake and also the icing. So make sure that you prepare all of the ingredients before you start. And the first thing I did was measure out the butter. So it's very important that you start with the butter, and you must make sure that the butter is melted. So it just has to reach room temperature, so it's better to take it out around half an hour before you start making it. That way it can start melting and it's easier to work with. And then you will start adding your custard sugar on a balance. Make sure you weigh everything. And then I took the whisk and started whisking everything together. So as you can see, it takes some time to mix everything together, but make sure it's mixed well so the batter will turn out nicely. And when you're done, you crack in both eggs. So I wanted to crack a few jokes, but I shall not because I couldn't find any. So when you're done adding in the eggs, you whisk everything together again and make sure it's mixed well as we did before. So after you've mixed it, you add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then you take the balance again and put it under the bowl. And then you start adding in your flour. So make sure you're weighing everything before you put it in. And you don't put too much or too little. So when you're done with the adding in the flour, you can remove the balance like I did and start whisking again. So it's important that you don't mix it too much, just until everything is mixed together into one batter. And then I took the spatula and I cleaned the sides. And what I did is I just kind of mixed everything together a little bit more, just so the flour was more integrated into the actual batter. And now it's time to preheat the oven. So heat the oven up to 180 degrees Celsius. In the meantime, you can start laying out the cupcake holders. I used paper ones, but you can use any other material as well. So then you just start scooping in the batter that you made and put it inside the cupcake holder. And make sure that they are evenly distributed. And then put them in the oven. So bake them for around 15 minutes until they are golden brown like mine. And now it's time to start on the buttercream icing. So make sure you take the butter out before so that it is melted, and then you start adding in the icing sugar. So then you mix everything together. You can use a whisk or a plastic spatula. Then you add in the milk and the vanilla extract, and then split the icing into different bowls, and you can start putting food coloring in each bowl. So then I started scooping in the icing into a bag, and at the very edge I cut a very small hole on the corner, as you can see in the video. And then I grabbed the cupcake and started piping the icing onto the cupcake. So I wanted it to look a bit like candy cane, so I didn't really mix the food coloring all the way through, so you can see some white bits. I also used some green food coloring, and then I also used some pearls to decorate them to give a Christmas tree effect. And this is the final product. And since the task is to spread Christmas spirit, you should give your cupcakes to one of your neighbor. In my case, I went to visit a friend and I gave her the cupcakes. So for everyone who's taking part, please send a picture of you and your cupcakes, and if possible, a picture of you and your neighbor together with your cupcakes, and send them to the email here.
Unfortunately this year we are unable to have our usual Christmas dinner dance, but Fortunately for us, we still have our traditional English Christmas cake. Now this is a very special one this year because it's probably going to be the last one that Pamela has made will be able to make for us, and we would like for as many people as possible to get a slice. So Skip will arrange for distribution, and I'm going to make sure that we cut plenty of slices of cake so there's enough for everyone. Merry Christmas!